We're recording.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Soupy the Ball Ages, welcome to the Kayfabe Soup Wrestling Podcast. Back from his headache-induced hiatus is the intern. As always, I'm joined by GRJ, Apes, and sadly, this podcast will not be preceded by a Kayfabe Soup Puppy Battle Royal. I'm as disappointed as you are, but it just wasn't in the budget this year, folks. Despite that devastating news, how's it going, guys?
It's going great. I was gonna ask, do we even have a budget?
By budget I mean that nickel I keep in my pocket for a rainy day, I guess.
All right.
Joke's on them. It's a Canadian nickel, so it's worth nothing.
I was about to say, how's that? How much worth is that in Canadian?
Roughly about a stone out. You can find out on out of the driveway.
What is stone? Like the European stones in Great Britain? That bullshit?
Oh, I have no idea because I'm not a monster and I use the metric system as much as I can.
Then what's a metric system?
Something to do with meters and kilometers and dumb pseudoscientific sorcery.
I mean, that's more common worldwide.
Yeah.
I count everything in cheeseburger and gun bullets. All right, America.
Yeah, I'm good with that. So yeah, it's good to be back. We've got stuff to talk about. We've had 2 special events happen on free television this week, which again just feel like hot-shotted TV shows. But hey, I'm okay with that. It's still better than watching bad wrestling, right?
This is true. Yes.
Before we start, though, I do just want to send thoughts, prayers, and condolences out to professional wrestler Conan, as he apparently lost his mother to COVID-19, which I don't even have words. That just fucking sucks all around. Just a reminder out there for all of your Austin Arieses and low keys of the world. Fuck you. Wear a goddamn mask going out in public.
Right? It's so easy. It's so easy. People were talking about how the low key and Austin Aries thing came out. They were waiting for Teddy Hart to say something, just to
from jail.
For something. They were just waiting for it. They're like, it's gonna be that perfect like trifecta of bullshit from everybody.
I thought that was just you, but
no. There was a lot of people. Yeah. What else?
So yeah, we've got a very organized show here today.
No, we don't.
As you can totally guess.
To be honest, I'm the one that is in charge of the notes, which I haven't done in forever. But I thought this was a pay-per-view weekend, and it was going to be a pay-per-view podcast, and I thought we were going to talk about that. But that's not until next week.
So to fill some time, how about we talk about Fyter Fest and Great American Bash, and we can try to think about news items we saw since then.
I have one. So prior to this week's episodes, yesterday, there was a leak on the internet by a WWE. He's an NXT wrestler, right?
Yep.
I don't really know who this guy is, but apparently
no one else does either.
Yeah, right.
He's been on TV.
Yeah, he leaked the winner of Adam Cole and Keith Lee, and then I guess Twitter just kind of started blowing up on like, oh, we recorded different endings, so it couldn't have been this. And then AEW got on it, where a lot of the wrestlers was all like, yeah, somebody leaked my match or whatever, but we recorded like 70 finishes, so I hope they used the one with the alligator or some shit like that. So they were picking fun at the whole leakage.
And then Taz had that sloppy shop comment about it as well on the first night of the Fyter Fest.
Like stuff like that. And then there was also people that believe that this was done on purpose, kind of like trying to get... Like try to included. like it was the whole Mick Foley situation again, where WCW leaked it that he won the championship. They thinking
That's
they're
gonna put butts in seats.
yeah, right. Do we know what the rating thing happened here?
NXT won
they were
again,
both
but
down. Yeah, NXT won the ratings, but
They were down.
AEW won. They were both shows were down, and AEW won the 18-49 demo again.
yeah,
Yeah.
they beat out Flavortown. Guy Ferretti and Cody are about to go 1-on-1.
Zicky Dice?
Loser changes their hair.
Oh, God.
Dude,
Oh,
you just gave me the best idea for a meme because I have a tweet that says Cody. He's talking shit about Flavortown, and so I'll just crop Zicky Dice on there and then tag him. He's gonna fucking love it.
Dollar. I mean, Ricky Starks did call him Dollar Store Guy Fieri.
Yeah.
Yeah, this whole ratings thing brings up something interesting, though. So last week, again, it was the same situation, although with slightly bigger numbers. NXT beat AEW in the ratings, but then AEW beat NXT in the demos. It wasn't as big of a gulf as usual between the two of the demos. So then Dave fucking Meltzer gets in there. Now this is gonna sound. I'll explain my gripe with it in general here after. Dave Meltzer gets in and goes, "Oh, well, yeah. I mean, yeah, sure. It looks like it was a pretty close race, but then if you take hard numbers into account, it actually shows that there was a bigger difference, and that AEW actually beat them by a wider margin. So therefore, they actually blew them away. Which, I mean, that's cool. Bring in those DVR numbers. Here's my problem with it. How many times has Meltzer ever brought up DVR numbers in the past?
Yeah.
I'll give you a hint. Fucking none. This Meltzer, once again, showing his goddamn bias to his friend's wrestling federation. He wouldn't have given WWE that same nudge if the situation was reversed. And this is coming from a guy that loves shitting on the WWE. And I'm here defending like, this is bullshit. You are doing them wrong, Meltzer. You're an idiot.
Yeah.
Intern's hot.
I love it.
I hope I'm not even gonna say I hope Meltzer's listening. I know he's listening clearly.
And so the people from WWE.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, we got Habes there as their WWE representative.
Yeah, they thought they're getting their spoilers tonight, but everyone was confused, and so was the brass.
It's too bad. I was really hoping to see who's gonna lose their eye between Seth Rollins and Rey Mysterio.
Oh, dude, Ray's gonna be double blind. That's gonna be fucking funny. Booyaka.
Seriously though, what the hell was someone smoking when they came up with a match that's described as in order to win? The match can only end with the extraction of one person's eye.
Okay.
This isn't like taking out and poking it. This is removal.
But okay, so like this could actually work if they have Ray lose the eye, because all you really have to do is put the little screens over the eyeball and his mask.
Yep.
And he lost his eyes, right? Nobody could prove it otherwise, kayfabe wise. So it makes sense.
And all you have to do is do it cinematic stuff. Film from with Ray's back to the hard camera. Have him like pull out a fake eye, and then next time you see him, he's got the mask over his eye, or blood gushing, or
yeah, like it could totally work. It's stupid, but it could totally work.
So hey, hold on. Let's jump back into some more Rey Mysterio shit. Apparently, he's been working without a contract. Not sure if you said that or not. Where do you see Rey Mysterio in 6 months? Say there's live crowds everywhere across the world.
First of all, there's a 50% chance he won't be seeing anywhere within 6 months. In 6 months. Boom, boom.
Got him.
I hate that took me a second. Like we just finished talking about it.
All right.
So 6 months from now.
Yeah, let's just say. Let me set the context. 6 months from now, live crowds everywhere. He's a free agent. Where's he going? What's he doing?
I think he does what he did prior, where he showed up at NXT at New Japan. He showed up in New Japan, and I like if you look at when he debuted to how he looks now, he looks like the old school Rey Mysterio, you know. But I think he would rather just put on that fucking weight and do what he used to do, what he was doing on Independence and what he was doing in New Japan.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I also offer an alternate thought too. I mean, he's in tight with Conan. Conan works with what, at least like 18 different companies now. It feels like you could have like a total run of like appearances in Impact, MLW, the Crash, or not the Crash anymore, AAA. God knows what. I'm pretty sure Conan runs this podcast on some level. I don't even know. He's everywhere now, right now. So
I like
dude could just enjoy like limited work in multiple places. If Conan could help him get some kind of deal with all these places, that might work for him. Get the pop, get out, and I'll move on to the next territory without anyone gets burnt out on you.
For sure. Well, like when he was signed with New Japan for that little tidbit, didn't he blow out his bicep or something? Or he didn't even have his singles matches that he was signed up for. I think Rey Mysterio was supposed to be a big part of those U.S. shows.
Yeah. Because I went to one of those shows with my brother. I think it was my brother. It was either that or MW1 in Argyle. I forgot. Was that last year or 2 years ago?
It was more than 2 years ago, dude.
Yeah.
Was
Rey
it?
Mysterio's been back in the WWE for a while. You're talking like 2017-ish, 2016-ish.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay. So that was with like either MW1 and Argyle that I went to those shows with.
Who?
Shut up.
Never heard of hers.
Rey Mysterio was supposed to be on it, and he didn't wrestle, but he did come out at the end. I do remember that because the whole thing like, is he gonna wrestle? It was still up in the air. We haven't heard anything of it, and then he showed up at the end, and we're like, all right, like cool. He made his entrance. That was great. Obviously, I wanted to see him wrestle, but didn't get the chance to see that.
Yeah, I could see him staying out of AEW just so his son doesn't get shafted right away.
Yeah.
Knowing how all that shit works. Well, we don't know how it works.
To be honest, I'd do it anyway. Even if his son, like, if no. This is more like he's gonna be on WWE TV, right? Yeah. Like if they give him that shit treatment, come resignment, they're gonna either sign him for more just to continue treating him like shit, or he's gonna bail to AEW and he's gonna get like Rey Mysterio's son type level of treatment, you know? Unless he completely sucks at wrestling.
Yeah, we really don't know.
Yeah, like
I mean, everyone knows that all second generation wrestlers are great because they have it in their blood. Just ask like JR and all the podcasters that seemingly pretend like there's less. Like if the wrestling scene has had zero David Sammartinos or David Flairs.
Not to sound racist, but does that count for Mexicans too?
No, you're right there.
Because you have you have so many El Hijos or juniors and and then AAA and like the history of it, you know. A lot of these are the kids. For the wrestling community, we're in the we're like in the grandchildren type stage. We're like,
it's true.
You can't have the hijo anymore, you know. Because everybody's a grandchild now that's coming into wrestling.
Yeah, for sure. I guess Mexico is the answer. So Rey Mysterio's son, he'll be all right.
Eddie Guerrero's son.
Unless
sorry.
Eddie Guerrero's son. That's right. Ladder match would be damned.
Right. Okay, how did we get? What were we talking about? NXT.
We mentioned NXT, then we sidetracked like 4,000 times.
Like always.
News items came up. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so which of the two shows do we want to run through first?
I've only watched Spider Fest in dark. you guys want to talk AEW Dark?
You
Actually,
guys
we should.
you guys could do that, and I could talk about NXT because I watched NXT.
I watched both, but I didn't watch Dark because why?
Did you guys watch Pillman's 6-minute match?
No, I didn't actually watch that. I read
didn't.
about it.
I watched maybe the last 3 minutes of the main event.
Oh, well, I mean, this was on Dark. I mean, everything on the internet before was saying, "Oh, what if Pillman signs? Is he going to show up? Be a 4 horseman?" And
yeah,
then
exactly.
It's a dark match, and then everything quickly shifted to a tryout match, and
yeah,
it was 6 minutes, and it was good. I mean, I'm no pro, but Pillman moves like a star, in that ring. He's got star quality, but it's just a pretty basic match. Yeah, cool thing about AEW Dark, because since I'm the AEW mark, and I'm jump on TK's jockstrap. That's what some people have said in the comment section recently. What was it? Oh yeah. Where was I going with this? Talking about Pillman.
He looked like a star.
Yeah, he moved like a star, but the match was pretty basic, but it's definitely worth. Oh, figured it out. Sorry guys, just taking a trip in my brain. A cool thing about AEW's YouTube is they break down all of the AEW Dark matches to a single match. They post it, so you don't have to sit through the whole sift
yeah,
through
that's
the whole
where I didn't do it for this week's show, but that's how I usually watch some of the more standout matches on Dark. Ones that aren't just someone you never see on Dynamite versus who.
Yeah, that way you don't have to skip through 6 5-minute squishes.
Yeah.
Get to the person you want to see.
Bring back Abbott on, and maybe I'll watch some more Dark.
Dude, there was something today. Diamond, it was a female wrestler, and she was bitching and moaning how AEW didn't have a women's match on the second night of Fyter Fest.
Diamante,
yeah.
She was former LAX girl.
Yeah.
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 I love her. Dude, anytime I find something of her online, wrestling wise, I'll go out of my way to watch that match. She has it.
Yeah.
I think just the eyes have not been put on the spotlight has not been put on her, right? That short little bit she was with LAX, she was great. Great.
Unfortunately, she was with a promotion that no one watches.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think our Instagram followed her before I took it over, so it makes sense.
Oh, you don't follow her anymore?
No, we do. I just
okay.
I know the name. I don't know anything about it,
Yeah, she's
She was talking a lot of shit.
All I can say to that is, has she ever watched the AEW women's division?
Exactly.
Until they get women that can actually wrestle, they should have as few matches as fucking possible. They already had their best wrestler work week 1. What they want Shida to have another title match?
And like me, I said it was better than anything NXT put up that week.
Also, they had Nyla Rose squash 2 women, so isn't that a fucking women's match?
Yes.
So, sorry, Demon. I'm not going to curse you out, Diamante, because,
I think she's just bitching about the time.
I'm sure Val Venus would... Yeah. Val Venus would probably argue that there wasn't a women's match because Nyla Rose was in it, because he's a piece of shit.
Yeah. Screw that guy.
Could we go back when everybody just loved him because he was a stoner?
Yeah. They started posting all his political views.
Yeah.
Well, even I was a big fan of him on social media because he kind of was just a shit poster, and his shit was funny, and then he
decided to be stupid.
Yeah, be a douchebag.
Deutsch.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a great summation of Dark. Brian Pillman wrestled. No one watched it except Hames.
I did. I didn't watch anything else. I started playing 80s retro wrestling, so
80s
everything
media
I've watched,
wrestling, yeah.
everything else I've watched
You
on
s-
TV's been a blur.
That is fair. So on the actual AEW Fighter Fest, we got an opening match between Private Party versus Kenny Omega and Hangman Page for the AEW Tag Team title, which it's one of those matches where I'm just like, this is going to be great, but I already know who's going to win before it even starts.
I thought
like
they were
Private
going to
Party,
tease more dissension in between Hangman and Omega, but they never did. Otherwise, it was a really solid ass match.
Yeah, I don't know if they've decided to abandon that story or what.
Well, that was like how they finished the show 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
I think, and then they didn't this show, but match was fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. I thought Private Party were on their friggin' game. Like I find they're great, but I find they're usually a little sloppy at times. I didn't really see any major sloppiness from them there. They were like, man, we're wrestling Omega and Page. We've got to tighten their shit up, and they brought it.
Yeah, that's fact. And shit, Omega and Page, that was their second match that night when they taped everything.
Yeah, that's true too.
But I mean,
you're someone getting dropped off by their moms.
Fighter Fest Night 1 stuck out a lot more than Fighter Fest Night 2 to me. Yeah. I mean, everything else happened.
Well, because then again, what was supposed to be the most notable match of Fighter Fest Night 2 isn't happening until next week. So.
Oh, yeah. We got the FTW Championship. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Yeah, the FTW, the old Taz's old fuck the world title.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh. Crazy.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm looking for news, then I heard you guys.
So does Cage get screwed out of his win or something like that next week? Like, because giving him this FTW title to carry around pretty much already says he's not going to win next week. That's how I took it.
I also think the fact that he was just introduced to the company kind of makes me think he's not going to win. But he's a big name, but I don't think he's a big enough name that you could put him over John Moxley and go, this is going to bring in more numbers than the guy that main evented in the WWE for years.
Yeah, but like with Moxley, I kind of feel he's better chasing the title than actually holding it, So the FTW title, right? This was made for Taz and ECW because he couldn't get to Shane Douglas.
Yeah.
Right? And then when he lost it to Sabu. And then right after he went for the title and beat, was it still Shane Douglas the champion or was it somebody else?
That I don't remember.
I don't remember, but he won the title right after. When I first heard about him bringing it to AEW, my head went into that storyline because I feel like AEW is just about like rehashing a lot of old shit, especially if they could make it work or if they could make sense of bringing it like up to date type storyline. I'm all like, okay, it makes sense to do it, but the fact that he has a match coming up so soon for the title, I don't see them having him hold both titles, because at what point does that start becoming a real title?
Yeah.
Because if he loses, he loses his first defense, right, of the main title. What happens to the other one? Does he get to keep it? Is it just here? This is your property. You don't have to defend it, or is it an actual thing now?
Then again, I think I think it's a prop title, like the $1 million belt, personally.
But like just another gimmick. But I think if they just used it as a Band-Aid for a segment, you know.
But the first one wasn't a prop.
No,
Oh
I
yeah,
know.
no, the
It meant
original title wasn't a prop, but I think this time around it seemed it could. I mean, I don't think they thought far enough ahead. I think this is just like he's at a band-aid because like, oh shit, we can't run our main event. We need to fill a little time. Let's bring back an old title and use this to add a little more heat to the Moxley cage match.
Sorry, I had to check if we were still recording. I freaked out for a second.
Lovely
I hope so.
technology.
They could have just skipped that whole segment and just found someone to wrestle Nyla Rose for 5 more minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah, if it's gonna be a
had an
prop,
actual women's
yeah.
match.
Yeah. It would have made a lot more sense to debut it a week later or 2 weeks later or whatever, but oh well.
Do you think it could
And-
become a hardcore title by any chance?
Oh,
That could
that'd
be.
be cool.
Because you have the
Janela running around.
Oh, you don't have the other guy anymore, huh?
Havoc.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jimmy Havoc could deal his way out of that deal probably.
Yeah, he's on timeout with Sammy.
Yeah.
Oh, is
But I
it
think
is
Jimmy-
it just timeout?
Yeah, it's just timeout, but Jimmy's getting like treatment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He already had pretty well-known issues or whatever, public knowledge of his challenges or whatever have you.
I don't know. I remember reading about that, but I was with the people that after a certain point, you can't be using that as an excuse to continue to be a shit person.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So that's where I'm at with it.
No, I totally agree with you there. I don't really use any of those things as a crutch or accept it as a crutch when I'm arguing with anyone ever. Yeah.
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 That is, I shouldn't say this on here. Never mind.
Working too deep.
However, bringing up Joey Janela does bring us up to our next match, as Joey Janela got to be the next Murder Hawk victim to Lance Archer in the glorious 6 minute or I guess it was a 10 or 11-minute squash match. Well, not really a squash match, because he did get some shit in, but yeah, it was always going to be Lance Archer winning, and as well it should be.
Yeah, and then that match happened, and then I must have blinked because I missed the super kick, but a Buck super kicked FTR guy and made
that was a
Bucks lose that match or something.
Yeah, it was in the main event later on.
I was about to say, are we talking about that already?
No, I don't know. I'm skipping forward because I don't remember most of the show.
Forward mode.
Okay, before we move on, I have a question about this. Lance Archer. There you go. I fucking forgot his name. I feel that one of AEW's problems is they bring in somebody new, have them go for the title, lose, and then they try to build them up.
Yeah.
Like, shouldn't it be the opposite way around? Like, if you, obviously it's Lance Archer. We should take him seriously, right? If kayfabe-wise, we should take him seriously. But if he's coming in and automatically losing, even if it's for a title, I kind of feel like it just kills that streak you're going after. Afterwards,
it's even better with Archer. He got to lose for 2 titles because he also lost to Cody for the TV title.
See, yeah, like stuff like that.
Yeah. Archer never challenged Ambrose yet. It's just that Moxley beat him 6 times in Japan right before all this started.
Yeah.
By the way, John Moxley is the U.S. title champion. IWGP U.S. title champion.
Yeah, but he's stuck out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and right now it doesn't really matter because he's
no, I know,
because of the cup. You know, New Japan's it's working themselves right.
This is what John Moxley does with U.S. titles. Remember his original when the Shield was still a thing. Remember the U.S. title run as a Dean Ambrose, where he held the title for like a year, but I think defended it 3 times.
Damn it, that's his real gimmick.
Yep.
I mean, at that point, I say that's just every WWE champion that's not main eventing, but
I was gonna say there's like 3 times. Man, you worked a lot that year.
yeah. Shit, what were we talking about? We're talking about him holding the titles.
We're talking, goddamn hell, he's a lunatic.
Damn, I
Is
lost my
that
train
is
of
that what
thought.
you said? Lunatic, yeah.
I lost my thought.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's probably more interesting than talking about everything that happened with Lance Archer and Joey Janela, which is
Yeah.
mostly just
Did you guys
Janela
watch?
bumping a lot.
Yeah, Janela bumped like crazy. Sonic Kiss is getting a title match with Cody, though, so
Yeah.
that's cute.
Nice.
So that'll be a fun match to watch. Have you guys watched the main event yet with Orange Cassidy and Jericho?
No.
Yeah.
I thought it was fantastic, but it went like 2 minutes too long.
Which is still better than I can say for most matches. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's still the best thing I watched that night. What I didn't like, and I think they might have just missed a shot, or it confused what like the kayfabe I used to know. What is canon over Orange Cassidy? But they throw a jug of orange juice into his eyes,
Yeah.
and I felt like it was supposed to power him up, and it did, but he didn't like sell that it powered him up, because then he takes Jericho's bat to the face and a code breaker and still kicks out.
Yeah.
So how would you want that changed?
Well, like this is gonna sound even more dumb. Like after he got the splash in the face with the orange juice, which was he was getting like attacked from it, you know,
Mm-hmm.
from Ortiz and the other guy. Like he should have no sold the baseball bat and just like it hit him and didn't do anything to him, and he just stands there. That's what I wish would have happened.
It would make sense,
Like,
right? That I feel like that would be his version of hulking up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like almost like Goku when he gets shot at with a bullet or something, or just does nothing. Just
Yeah.
same thing. That's what I was hoping would have happened, and then he went in Superman
I do
punch.
want
Something.
to. Speaking of Orange Cassidy, I do want to bring up because I did watch that puppy battle royal because I'm a mark of dogs. Highlight of the whole thing was that all the dogs that were in there were named after AEW wrestlers, and so they had little picture promos from the wrestlers talking about their dogs. When the dog named Orange Cassidy came out, all Orange's entire promos just to give that half thumb up and go puppy. A plus, 5 out of 5 stars.
Where is this on? Is this on YouTube?
Yeah, it's on the AEW's YouTube.
Okay.
That's all GRJ's gonna watch after this.
After my ass. During.
During, like right now, brother.
I'm just gonna review that instead of SmackDown.
Pretty much.
Yeah. But to wrap up things over AEW show, I really liked the opener tag match, and I really liked the main event. But the 8-man tag match was okay. But
I thought the FTR did the best they could to hold that thing together. What I kind of had me shaking my head was them and the Bucks shaking hands after the match.
did they actually shake hands?
Yeah,
After the match?
if I remember correctly.
I don't remember.
No, I don't know. Like I missed the ending. It's like I don't know. I just looked away or whatever. But like I said, I've been playing that one game, and everything I've watched on TV's been a blur.
Yeah. Oh, we should also point that Big Swall was removed from the building for abusing Britt Baker a couple of weeks ago. That's clearly big news.
Oh yeah. Britt Baker's supposed to be ready to go come September, so that's actually getting pretty soon.
Yeah, she's going to be stepping out of the Rolls Royce.
Dude, this is how desperate their women's division is. We're looking forward to Britt Baker coming back to the ring.
Yeah, no, that's a pretty good summation of the show. It's the opener, the ending of night 2 is definitely the highlights for me. fact that, okay, actually, I should also point out the fact that the Lucha Brothers technically got a win on a major show was a highlight for me as well.
Dude, I
Really-
don't buy the Lucha Brothers on the U.S. like television. Does that make sense? Like, I don't. They're kind of.
Their style's
They
not
don't
meant
work
for
good
U.S.
for
wrestling.
TV. Yeah, they like their style doesn't work for U.S. TV.
I found they worked a lot better as singles and Lucha Underground do as a tag team that work American wrestling but still try to work with Lucha rules and never tag. And,
I mean, they did great in Lucha Underground, but like you said, they were single stars there.
yeah.
In Impact, they made it work.
Yeah, they made it work in W, but then again, MLW had brought in a bunch of other luchas at that time as well. So
I honestly think it's just the people that they're wrestling.
well, yeah, that's the thing. Like if they wrestled people that were more familiar with how to wrestle lucha style and had everyone working that instead of trying whatever jumbled mess their tag team division is with people not doing rules and not working any one particular style.
Yeah, well, like, okay, the difference between those other two shows and their show now is like, well, I'm just gonna say like they have like 1 million viewers now. Before they only had like 200,000. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't change the work, their work in the ring, but the people watching, might not be as diehard. Be into
I
it.
also think another possible reason we could say that they're not working at AEW is because of the way it's like the WWE approach of their company's going to tell me they're a big deal, but then they job out in how many of their important matches and seem less than.
Well, WWE was interested in both Phoenix and Pentagon prior to them showing up to AEW.
But WWE was interested in anyone that was a free agent
No.
the last 3 years.
Yeah. But they pushed harder for Pentagon. Like, it wasn't like, oh, yeah, we'll offer you a contract, whatever, right? Like, they wanted him. Like, what'd you say? Free client, free
agent.
A free agent. Oh my god, I am stoned.
Or Snake.
Free agent, like, I forgot what we were saying. Like, they wanted him more than anything, and then it was basically just a waiting game to see if he would show up and where he would show up, right?
Yeah.
And then because, like, if you're looking at type of styles that they could wrestle, WWE right now is pretty much where I would want them to be at, because you have the rest of the Mexican wrestlers. You have your cruiserweights in there that work this pretty much the same style. Like, they would work perfectly in WWE.
Yeah, you put it that way.
If you look at some of the people they have in WWE, you get them, you could almost recreate half of Lucha Underground.
For sure. Remember
Isaiah Scott? Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
So there was always like rumor like WWE like was all over Lucha Underground's jock back in the day. Like that was the popular internet rumor.
Well, wasn't it like after season 1 where Lucha Underground met with not only WWE but with Impact people, and it was basically WWE and Impact going to Lucha Underground and trying to pick their brain on how they were doing their shit.
Yeah.
And then after that is when like everybody where WWE was on Lucha Underground's I guess what'd you say? You said crotch?
Yeah.
Yeah, like jockstrap, whatever, yeah.
I call it the Steve Dongo McMichaels myself.
Nice. That was a good deep cut right there, GRJ.
Yeah.
Like I never would have thought that they'd be better in WWE. Especially like Penta's look. I could see Vince McMahon eating that shit up.
Oh, for sure. Fucking
Definitely.
turning Shayna into a vampire. Like, look at it.
Yeah, all that shit.
Plus, with looking like that, it's almost guaranteed that they wouldn't have him come out and with Michael Cole going, he loves to have fun.
Yeah. What else we got?
Yeah, that's pretty much anything I could say about Fighter Fest. Though it was definitely a show.
Dude, that what move was it that Phoenix hit at the end of the match?
Now I'm trying to remember.
Oh, fuck, what was it? I think it was a Canadian destroyer to the outside.
I think you might be right. Maybe that's why I forgot. Canadian destroyers are so pedestrian now.
Like, there was somebody holding open the ropes. Okay, so he ran from the ropes. He jumped on Pentagon's back. He caught one of the Bucks and flipped him into the crowd.
Yeah, that was
it. Yeah.
That was nuts. I think it was Phoenix's head that landed into somebody's shoulder like hard as possible. That was nuts. I'm like, they're gonna murder each other.
I remember that spot now. That was pretty gnarly. Yeah, it's good shit.
Very good shit.
Check, pal.
Good shit.
Not to be outdone on Wednesday night. NXT also featured some former Lucha Underground talent and also had a show that was, basically a free TV show with a special name.
Yeah, that's basically what it was.
The NXT show in some ways was almost more underwhelming to me because you had maybe 2 matches on this card that had any actual build. The rest of it just felt like matches for the sake of matches. I guess you could argue that Candice LeRae and Mia Yim has had some build to it, but I don't even remember the street fight between them being announced for the card. Maybe I just zoned out on it because they wrestled last week in that 4-way.
Oh no, there was like a backstage incident where they booked 2 angles out of it. Like they were heated after their elimination match because one of Mia Yim eliminated Candice LeRae, I believe.
Yeah.
And they're back there arguing, fighting, whatever. And then Killshot, since we're talking Lucha Underground, Killshot was the first one on the scene. And he was breaking them up. And then Johnny's like, "Oh, I love my wife. She's so hot." And then sees this, and then he starts fighting.
That's right.
Backstage, which sets up the 2 matches. I think 2 matches this week. I don't know. I didn't watch.
It was kind of boring, but like you said earlier, I felt like this pay-per-view, this whole show was just it. To me, it did not deliver.
No, I did really like the matches that actually did have build and felt special, like Breezango and Maverick against Legado del Fantasma was pretty fun, and then Cole versus Keith Lee, of course, was probably one of the better Adam Cole style matches because it didn't go 40 minutes. Although it still featured 4 million fucking finish kickouts.
Yeah, I felt that match should have been like an 8-minute match. Cause you wanna keep Adam Cole strong, but it's Keith fucking Lee, dude. If to have him finish off that 400, was it 400 plus days now?
Yeah.
To finish off that reign that quickly, that'd be great. That would be great for him. But I remember watching it, and I'm like, come on, just finish it. And the way to finish it, I enjoyed it. I love how he caught Cole when he was going for the
Panama Sunrise.
The Panama Sunrise, yeah, that was great. Out of nowhere, he was on his shoulders. I'm like, how the fuck did that happen so quickly?
I like how you count their match as one with build when it realistically only had 2 weeks of build.
Yeah, that's about as much as any match on this show had, though.
But hey,
Legado del Fantasma had more than that because they've
been going since March.
Yeah, that's been going for a while. Yeah.
Like March. Not necessarily that match, but just the Spud verse. Our Drake Maverick's redemption story. He counted as that whole story arc.
Yeah, one thing I did enjoy about this, I don't know if you remember watching it, Robert, but it was a little package video of shit. I want to say Tegan Knox and
Io Shirai.
Io Shirai. Yeah, that was really cool. Like you had Io underwater, and I'm like, what the fuck? I've never I don't remember watching anything like this.
Yeah,
but like.
Even Io's talking points are great, dude. Going on, it's like, yeah, you may have, you're the only thing we know about you pretty much is you got a friend turn on you. I don't have friends. I don't need. That's never gonna happen to me.
Yeah. I thought it was great, and then like that little, like I said, going back to that underwater part where she would just start to breathing and then brings up the title. I'm all like, holy shit, this is. I thought that little video package was really cool. But yeah, sorry.
I really like that. It's sad that I like that better than most of the matches on the show.
Yeah, I can't tell you what else happened.
That was how I was last week's NXT. Like we had the badass match between Oney Lorcan and Thatcher. Yeah. But then like the next two favorite things were like a promo and a video package. But anyway, I want to get back to Tegan Knox and ask you guys a question real quick. How do you guys feel about her shitty chokeslam? Like,
oh, I saw that question. You asked that on the thing, right? The page.
Yeah. Well, I had a video that I wanted to delete out of my gallery, and I finally figured out something to talk about.
Okay.
Yeah, dude.
So this is not only going to cover Tegan Knox, at least in my opinion, personally. So I feel the choke slam should be saved for motherfuckers that are tall, not somebody that's 5'4" and your opponent is going to be doing most of the jumping to go up to 5'8" and then a slam to the back. Like I need that hand with your opponent up in the air to be over 7 foot.
That or be a comedy character like when the Hurricane used to do the choke slam.
See, like even comedy wise, I still don't like meh. Like it doesn't do it for me.
Choke slams people off of tiny ladders.
See, like tiny ladder stuff. That's a joke. That's fucking hilarious, right? Because he brings out a little ladder, whatever. But yeah, when Tegan Knox, anybody that's not tall, it's stupid to me.
Yeah, the only spot that I could dig a chokeslam by Tegan Knox is like from the top rope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I thought you were saying top of the cage.
Well, that would be even more better.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like the only where I would like it.
Because
the opponent just gets back. Yeah, I'd like to see her do it and have the opponent get back up and no sell it because it probably hurt less than taking a regular back bump somehow.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much what you're giving it, right?
For sure. Yeah.
Treat that shit like you're Adam Cole and you're taking a finisher.
Kick out.
kick that shit. Yeah. No, I'm in full agree. I am in full agreement about the Tegan Knox choke slam. Don't do it.
If you're under 6'5", don't do it.
Yeah.
Unless you're Marco Stunt, you're gonna bring out a little stool.
Well, it depends. If you're still like 6'4" and you're like a foot taller than everyone else in your indie show, you can probably do a choke slam. I'm okay with it.
Or at the very least, if you're a little under 6'5", you're doing a choke slam. At least make it look violent as hell.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely don't do the big show version where you kind of cradle them to the mat slowly.
Yeah. That's that. I remember when he would like sometimes put them up and then keep his hand on their back, and I'm like, let them go. I want them to be devastated.
His choke slam as the Giant was better. He like went down with him.
Yeah. Well, that left with H, dude.
Yeah, sure.
then again, for a guy that like Big Show in '95 and '96, for a guy that green and when he was in WCW, was fucking awesome. Dude was like throwing drop kicks. He'd take a bumps over the corner to the floor.
Yep.
Yeah, he was pretty wild back in the day.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he fell off of an arena and still showed up on Nitro like a week later.
A week later, he showed up later that night.
Oh
Wrestled
shit,
a
not
match.
bad. Oh,
Captain Insano shows no mercy.
And then got to participate in a little bit of DP action with Hulk Hogan and a Mummy.
Good shit. Such good shit.
If you haven't
I didn't
watched
fucking-
Halloween Havoc '95, you're missing out, folks.
That'll put butts in seats.
I'll put something in butts if you're the giant mummy. Dry humping
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan.
Oh, hey, should we get to Top Guy Robert Oliver's question?
Yes, we should.
Do you have it, or do you want me to read it off real quick?
Here we go. What do you? Robert Oliver asks, "What do you think is next for Adam Cole, baby? Now that he has lost the title, an eventual move to Raw or SmackDown, or do you think he gets another NXT title run down the line?"
Tapes? Or do you want to go first?
No, I gotta ask some follow-ups because I haven't watched yet. Now, Strong left. This dude running around with the ODB looks just like the Tiger King guy. Hold on, sorry, I got sidetracked. Lockdown 2009. Okay. Anywho, it makes sense that he's running around with ODB. Anywho's,
Wait, who is it?
I don't know who the guy is. It's TNA. I have no idea.
TNA
Go
2009?
ahead and answer the question. I'm looking it up right now while you answer.
Oh, okay. That's gonna bug me.
Yeah, I need to know now. It's a big women's match. Daphne's in it. Madison Rain's in it.
Daphne. I miss Daphne.
It's a lethal lockdown match.
Some guy named Cody Deaner.
Oh, Cody Deaner? He's still around now.
Yeah.
He's in a lot better shape now, I think, than he was then.
Yeah, he is.
Wow, I didn't know that was the same guy. I'll have to do a deep dive on him. He looks so much like Tiger King. It's fucking hilarious.
Focus hips.
Can't. Oh, okay. So
Okay.
Strong lost his match. That snooze fest versus Loomis, right?
Yeah.
And then the tag team guys haven't been doing much of anything, right?
Yeah, O'Reilly's injured.
O'Reilly's injured. Okay.
Playing doctor to Adam, or psychologist to Adam, the Roddy Strong. Remember, common psychologist.
Okay, and Adam Cole lost his title. Okay, so the faction, all of his cronies, if you want to call them that, they have no momentum. And Adam Cole lost his title. I think, especially if one of them's hurt, you move them up and you let them do maybe not so much the Shield, like the Nexus kind of, just like beat down on everyone. Not wrestle
Just
for a
have
while.
him stay away from John Cena.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He murdered them. I did not remember what you meant by that. I'm like, what does that mean?
But here's the catch, though. They're not going to have fans anytime soon because they canceled SummerSlam. So now we're looking at September for fans at WWE shows. Do you waste that Adam Cole pop?
No.
Baby?
No. I mean, they wasted the Drew McIntyre world title pop, so going to them, I don't think that's a factor.
I think I think they had to go with that.
It was already set in motion, you know?
Yeah. So you're right to bring the rest of the guys from the Undisputed Era into this conversation because I personally don't know, maybe Robert does, how long Kyle O'Reilly is going to be out. Right? It could be next month. It could be in 2 months. It could be at the end of the year that he's back. If they could hold on as long as possible until the crowd comes back to bring Adam Cole to TV, that would be best for them. because I know a lot of people think Adam Cole is a entrance only guy, right? They dismiss his wrestling because it's like what like you say, it's like 1,000 fucking finishes, right? That's all it is. It's the
Yep.
same formula, 1,000 finishes, and then what the ending, right? Without that entrance, it took a lot of momentum away from him. Like if you watch NXT now, like watching Great American Bash thing, his entrance sucked, and that took me out of the match already.
Yeah.
Because I'm
Oh, by the
like,
way, I'll let you finish. I do have an update on Kyle O'Reilly once finished.
like, like this is something where like I feel the who's the guy that's on the fucking horn at the performance center telling the audience what to do? It's done, right?
Yeah, Kevin Dunn,
Yeah.
Bucky Beaver.
Like at that point, it's like, all right, Adam Cole's coming out. You guys know his entrance. Do it with him. Help that guy out, because
Yeah.
a lot of people are turning off on Adam Cole just because it's his. They just think he's an entrance dude, right? And when he doesn't get that from the very beginning, a lot of us just either don't watch, tune out, or like when I was watching the match, I was kind of fucking bored with it.
Yeah.
Kyle O'Reilly, what happened?
Yeah, he's not. Our collective memory is wrong. He's not injured. The thing is, he's diabetic and therefore, at risk as far as COVID. So he's not traveling to the States because of that. He's staying home in Canada.
Makes sense.
No, he was probably injured before, because I remember they pulled. Because I remember being like, I remember saying like, well, at least it's not Fish this time, because it's usually Fish that was always injured.
Yeah, he
But
was injured, but I think he came back. He came back in enough time to, I believe, drop the titles to the Broserweights shortly before the COVID. So I think he'd come back from injury by then. I don't think he was injured in any major way, but I'm trying to find information on that.
like tweaked. But I mean, O'Reilly lives in Canada, so there's a good chance he got stuck in Canada.
Yeah.
And if you have come to the States and you quarantine the 14 days or whatever, and you miss the super taping, you're kind of not on TV. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think that might have been a case of that was happening.
But I also think them saying like I know they said he wasn't medically cleared to wrestle on NXT TV, but that might have just been a kayfabe thing.
I don't know, but do you hold Cole off until the fans come in? Hell yes. Yeah, you hold on.
Like the fact you said he was a 400-day champ, he deserves his rematch.
Against Keith Lee.
Oh yeah, and then you have Keith Lee just devour him. So that'll at least get you till September.
No, I honestly feel like NXT is way too overfilled with wrestlers that want to stay. Like, and now they're bringing. Well, I know it's only was it Balor, Charlotte, and Breezango that they brought back, but like it's to me like I still bring this up. It's still development, fucking brand. You know.
Yeah.
You bring them up after they're done. When are they done? When they lose their title. Like it started becoming very sloppy when Samoa Joe and Nakamura stayed after losing their title not once but twice.
Yeah,
that's true.
Like,
I mean, they did give us some good matches.
To play a little devil's advocate on the developmental thing, here's a food for thought question. Earlier in the month, the WWE officially purchased Evolve from Gabe Sapolsky. So what if Triple H always thinks about this is the third brand about NXT? What if WWE keeps Evolve in the running entity, turns that into its actual developmental farming system, and does make NXT that third brand? If that's the case, then do you want to be moving talent off of that brand frequently, or do you want to? My personal thought is be trading talent amongst the three shows to keep your roster rotating so they don't get burnt out on one show by being on the top of one show all the time, or does WWE just do nothing with Evolve and keep NXT as that third brand but also developmental because question mark?
I think we talked about this last week. I'm not 100% sure. With them buying Evolve, fuck, I don't know. What I was gonna say is like going back to Adam Cole. You don't have. Oh, actually, no, you do. Never mind. Shutting up. Go ahead. Go ahead. Talk, somebody. I have nothing for this.
I'm watching 2009 Lethal Lockdown, and they just popped up a picture of Tetsuya Naito in 2009.
Dude, I have a question.
Yeah.
Why didn't nobody tell me Okada debuted on NXT?
Who showed up?
Okada.
What happened?
He was in the little video package with Io Shirai.
Man, I was so zoned out of that show. I missed it somehow.
That's interesting. Like, how did he show up? Like, I have legit not looked at my phone since midday on Wednesday.
Every year, I forgot what company, but a company in Japan, they do like a sports award thing.
Yeah.
And they have the male wrestlers and female wrestlers, whatever. And when Io Shirai won that award, I think it was for Female Wrestler of the Year, yeah. Okada won the men's. So they showed a picture. And I know this is how they wanted to have him shown, because they show the picture, right? And it's Io accepting the reward. And then in the background, it's Okada sitting down. But they show the picture, and then they blur him out. Like, they blur out the whole background instead of starting it like that. So, like, at that point, I'm like, oh, you wanted people to see Okada here.
Oh, you're saying they didn't blur it out right away?
Yeah. Like, it was one of those, like they waited, like, a quick second for it.
Yeah, just kind of like spotlighting Io Shirai, but making sure there was, like, an Easter egg, maybe, would be the right way to say it.
Yeah, pretty much,
that's cool. That's cool. Who the fuck eats on a podcast?
I'm fucking starving, dude.
Hey, it's good enough for Ric Flair. It's good enough for any of us.
I'll be the Ric Flair of this podcast. It's okay.
Woo!
Woo! Now everyone's sleeping.
Here's the story too. Now, you mentioned Naito won a TNA pay-per-view in 2009. If I'm not mistaken, Yujiro Takahashi was actually his tag team partner for a couple of months in their brief time in TNA.
Yeah, it might have been. Are they up right now? Over the Top?
I don't know.
No, this is juniors. So No Limit. They're in No Limit.
Yeah, No Limit, that sounds right. Which sounds like Master P should be running it.
Oh, jeez, they don't even have their names up. They just have No Limit.
A couple of No Limit soldiers. God, that just brings me back to like some terrible memories of WCW.
So the other guy, that's the guy that has like Bunny with him, right?
Yeah.
Yoshihiro. Yeah, okay, yeah. It looks like him.
The Tokyo Pimp.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, dude, they're good about to wrestle LAX. It's gonna be freaking fantastic. So, anywho, speaking about New Japan, how did the cup turn out?
We're waiting for the finals. That's this Sunday. I don't remember. It's in a couple days.
Oh, so it hasn't happened yet.
It hasn't happened yet, but the final four, it was Okada versus Hiromu, and Evil versus Sanada.
And Evil won, right?
Hold on. Okada beat Hiromu. Everybody expected that, right? I don't think you would. Yeah. Even though he's your junior heavyweight championship, I didn't think you were gonna have him go over Okada.
Yeah.
So Okada won. Everybody knew that. Evil versus Sanada. There was a fantasy bracket that we did on Reddit. It was a couple hundred people that filled it out. and only 9 people chose Evil to go over Sonata. 9.
Yeah,
Oh,
I probably would have chosen Sonata. I'm not gonna lie.
people lost their shit when Evil won. They were saying that Guido has lost his marbles, that his time is over, but they were asking for death. It was crazy.
Wow.
Me personally, it makes sense, right? New Japan is putting so much stock into Sonata when Homeboy doesn't even want to sign a contract with them.
Yeah.
What do you do then? You get his partner, the one that everybody says is less than Sonata, and you put him over, right? Now you have Evil versus Okada in the finals. Hasn't happened yet. Everybody says Okada. Why are you gonna put Evil over Okada? If you put Evil versus Okada from the back, it continues that rift of Sonata not supposed to be in the Lij anymore.
Yeah.
Because everybody on that team has a title except for fucking Sonata, right?
Yeah.
And now that he's not even in any title picture, it continues the rift that started back at Wrestle Kingdom, where everybody won their shit and he didn't win shit. You know,
Yeah, that's true.
so you have Evil go over Okada, and it just continues that, or you go the safe route and you have Okada go over Evil, which everybody thinks is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Now, did they already tape the finals that you know of? No.
No, they don't. They do
The
it
other fun,
live.
the other fun thing too, if you think about it, is having Evil go. Well, Evil already went through one of his teammates in Sonata. If you have Evil go over Okada, doesn't the winner of the New Japan Cup get a heavyweight title shot?
Mhm.
Therefore, you'd have Evil going against his stable leader Naito,
Yeah.
and that's kind of compelling as hell to me.
Yeah.
Um.
And isn't Lij like the top merch in Japan? You know,
Um.
they're like you would say they're more popular than like Bullet Club is in Japan, right?
Yes, it kind of really depends, dude. Um. Because like a lot of people here in the states feel like Bullet Club fell off after the Bucks left, but they're still going strong as shit.
Yeah.
Those shirts are still selling like hotcakes. Like it's crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
I could go for some pancakes.
dude, me too.
dude. Yes.
Um, what was it saying?
Wish I wasn't so lazy.
Hot cakes, Bullet Club shirts,
Bullet Club shirts,
Lij. I don't know.
Lij. Oh, he brought up the fact that if he wins, he would go. He would be in the main event title scene versus Naito. At
Oh
that,
yeah, yeah.
like, at that point, I can't see Evil winning it. You know, like,
No, but if you put Evil in that main event, it also creates more drama within Lij, who happens to have like all the titles.
Yeah.
And drama is ratings, right? You know,
but
so
that would work if it wasn't for how Naito is. Like, if you listen to his or listen to the translations of his promos, a lot of the times he's all like, "Yeah, I'll give them a title shot," and he's talking to the members of Lij. Like, before the whole COVID thing happened, he was supposed to have just a friendly match against Hiromu,
yeah,
Yeah.
and he came out saying like if he loses, that he'll give him a title match, just like that, like no problem. Naito does not give a shit who he's defending it. He just wants to defend it. It doesn't matter if it's one of his guys or Okada or somebody from somewhere else. He just wants to defend the thing.
It's that tranquilo life.
Yeah, exactly, right? With him, this whole two belts thing, he think is stupid because he's defending both titles at the same time. At that point, he came out saying like, might as well just unify with them and get rid of one,
Yeah.
right? This is the champion that they got, and he's going out doing these interviews saying like, yeah, I'll defend it up against anybody, my guy, their guys, I don't give a fuck, but I also want to defend them separately, not just all together at the time, because that's all he's been doing it, right? He did it against Kenta, he did it against who's the guy I hate, I forgot his name, that's how much I hate him.
Taichi.
Taichi, I fucking hate him.
Yeah,
He did it against Taichi. Like, he wants to defend these separately, and I think he's the one that wants to be like have a match mid of the freaking event and then his main event, right?
Yeah, exactly. Pull a Seth Rollins at Night of Champions kind of thing.
Exactly.
Only without Jon Stewart interfering. Maybe with Jon Stewart interfering.
But yeah, the whole drama, like anywhere else, I agree with you 100%. But it doesn't work with Naito just because of how he views this shit.
Oh, all right. So there wouldn't be drama. It would just okay.
No,
I get what you're saying.
It was either last year, the previous year's, was it the G1 or was it this? I forgot. There was an event, right? And it was him, Evil, and Sonata. And Sonata and Evil, you know who had to go for the fist in the sky? Naito threw up his fist, where he's normally the last one to do it. No, wait. No. Yeah, Naito threw up his fist, and I think it was Evil that walked away from it, right? And like the announcers try to play it off, is there some internal drama? And then you have Naito coming out, instead of adding fuel to that like fire, he's like, yeah, I get it. You know, he wants to win this. I want to win it too. If he wants to win it, good. If he's upset because he has to go against us, I don't care. Like, he's the one where you want to add fire to it or add some fucking gasoline to it, and he's the one that's kind of like taming it, and he's killing your vibe of how you want to run this shit.
Holy shit! I just realized Naito is basically Orange Cassidy if Orange Cassidy put effort into things. Got the same kind of same kind of attitude, but he actually tries. Oh no!
Yeah, I can't believe no one's really said that.
Now I want to see those two wrestle. Actually, I'd like to see them wrestle anyway.
Abe's making a
Orange
meme.
Cassidy for New Japan, damn it.
Dream match. They're both just sleeping in the ring.
Oh, dude, that'd be a very good Mom, could I have Naito? And then like, oh, we have Naito at home, and then Naito home is Orange Cassidy. That'd be a good one.
I got two good memes out of this podcast. Nice. All right. Anything else you guys got to add?
I got to talk New Japan. I'm happy as fuck.
I know, that's what I'm here for. Keep you happy.
I feel like there's probably a million things that we could talk about, and I cannot remember any of them because memory is good. I know
Not
good
here.
brain things.
Nice. Okay, then Tranquilo style. Top guys out.
I don't know what that means.